some prep work for my walnut trees. Pre-dug the holes, fenced them off so that the horses don't fall in them and trash the holes. And then next week I'll come home and plant them. As long as the horses haven't wrecked these cages. If they have wrecked them, well then I'll need to do some further work before planting the trees. You can see that hole especially is quite deep. Both these holes are on this winter creek line, so they should be happy here. That big wall up the top where all the weeds are running and behind the ute is the neighbour's dam, which doesn't seal perfectly, so there's always moisture here even in the height of summer. In the bottom of the creek line, sand goes down a good 2 metres, sort of with broken bits of clay. You can see here where I was digging out, it's still quite sandy, so the tree should love it here. Alrighty, see you next week. Alright, so we're planting the walnuts. The horses managed to not trash my fencing, but of course now there's a bit more encouragement for them because there's a tree in the middle. Hey Red, try and leave it alone please. You two as well. So we've got one in, still to be watered in, and then I'll give you the run through of this one. Here's my walnut. I bought these end of winter, so sort of August. Didn't have anywhere to put them, so I put them in a pot and got them going. And of course now I'm ready for them. You can see here's one of the holes I dug the other week. This one's a little bit drier, but we are just on the edge of this winter creek line. It's actually a big dam. It's a dam wall over there, and it does tend to leak a bit, so there's always moisture in this creek sand if you just dig down a bit, even in the height of summer. So I'm sure the tree will find its roots over to there very quickly, and we shouldn't have to water this tree much more than one summer, I think. I'm hoping. This area is actually going to be fenced off so that the horses aren't in here. You can see some posts in here, so there'll be a fence line down this side of the creek, and then we're actually going to put a fence this side of the creek as well. So we'll fence off a little bit. Just mean that I can run the stallion in one side and mares in the other, and they won't be able to squeal and kick and fart and do their thing across the fence and wreck the fence in the process. So let's get into it. That one, maybe this one. No, I faced my post the wrong way. There we go. Oh, perfect. Hopefully, maybe. Except, is tie wire. Hang on, yeah, okay. Back with you. Now, as you just saw, the hole's reasonably deep. It's pretty, it's 600 mil deep, and around the 450 diameter. I was able to dig that by hand the other weekend. The ground is still quite damp. Obviously this hole's been open for 2 weeks, so it's dried off a bit, but that's all right. One thing with this one being a bit more clay, is when I do water it, it'll actually hold the water a bit better than the other hole. The other one was quite wet in the bottom, because it's obviously the creek line sort of has moved a bit, and so that was a lot more sandier. As you can see, I've mixed some garden soil mix up, just to put a bit of goodness in the soil where it's going. Now, as these have only just been in the pots a few months, there isn't a huge amount of root mass there yet. So it's not going to hold the soil together as I pull it out of the pot. It'd be nice if it did, but the last one didn't come that way. Ah, yeah, no. As you can see, we've lost it, but we've got some nice starting root development there. And one thing is, it won't suffer too much shock from this, as there isn't a huge amount of roots to disturb. As you can see, that was quite wet, and that hasn't been watered. I had a saucer under the pot for that potting mix. Probably holding a little too much moisture. Anyway, won't have that problem here, as these will probably only get watered once a fortnight. I'll probably get a water. Okay. These will get a watering once a fortnight, probably once they're going. I'll try and water them once a week lead up, like for the next month, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously I'll do a bit of digging down and checking how it's going. Come on, nothing ever. This could have actually come up a bit more. There were actually roots on the bare rooted stock when I got it, all the way up to the graft just about. As the pots I had weren't that deep, there was probably about 50-60 mils of that root stock sticking out of the ground. Here, I'm going to keep it similar. I've managed to bury the other one a little bit deeper, but this will actually sink down as it settles, and because there's a lot of horse poo and straw sort of compost, semi-composted in the mix, so it'll probably bed down and sink down a bit over the next few months, and then I'll just top it up with just some creek sand, just so it's got some good penetration, like, you know, water penetration easily when I do water it. Alrighty, let's water them in. So, water this other one in. Just going to let it gravity feed, because then I'm building a bigger bank just with some creek sand while I'm letting it fill slowly. Hey mate, what you doing, kiddo? Ready for some water?
Yep.
Alright, here. Here's the bucket. Ready? All of it?
Yep.
There you go. Oh, Lou's eating rotten eggs, of course. Yeah, that's right. Look who's here.